Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. My name is Brian Wright, National Keynote Speaker and CEO of New Patient Group. I want to welcome you into this webinar about how to operate your practice like a high-level business, functioning like the top 1% in order to skyrocket your practice growth. What we're going to talk about today are 7 disconnects between the top 1% and the 99%. There's 7 significant disconnects. There's a lot more, and what we're going to talk about today, literally each topic could be a 3-day presentation. Could go into hours upon hours of information about this stuff. But we're going to condense it down to try to get through it and also show you a little bit on how you group all this together and grow your practice at the highest possible level. So those 7 disconnects. The first one, today's consumer versus healthcare. What's proven to grow organizations at record levels versus what healthcare does. What is viewed as production versus what production actually is. What is viewed as training versus what training really is. Consumer buying tendencies versus how money is presented inside the practice environment. What is viewed as a goal versus what a goal actually is. And the statistics that have always been tracked inside the practice environment versus statistics that need to be tracked and aren't. Those are what we're going to dive into today. Now, disconnect number 3. What is viewed as production versus what production actually is. And it ties in to what we're saying. The great Steve Jobs says management is about persuading people to do things they do not want to do, while leadership is about inspiring people to do things they never thought they could. And the better leader you are, your office manager, and your staff for that matter, the better internally you're going to be, because the facts are patience on your schedule. This is a huge mind shift change. But patience on your schedule does not equate to production time. If we've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000 times. We hear we have patience on our schedule, it's packed, it's going to be a great day. That's production time. No, it's not. Because the facts are what that happens is then we get the excuse that the 99% always uses is, oh, that's a great idea, but we don't have enough time. Can't do that, we don't have enough time. The top 1% don't ever use that language under any circumstances because they make time. They make time because they know production is not time with patients, it's time with staff. Which means, in what we call our operational success meeting, the most famous companies all have them. They all have them. However, not many do, because that's only the top 1% that see things differently. Every week, you should be blocking 30 minutes to an hour. Well, how do we do that, Brian? We don't have enough time. You make time. You block it, and you tell your team and you hold them accountable for not putting any patience there whatsoever. You block it, no patience. You have a scheduled meeting agenda. All employees participate. They take notes. You talk about organizational leadership. You do team building activities. You role play. You role play things. You talk about the phones. You role play the phones. If you're a hygiene practice, how your hygienists talk. If you're an ortho practice, talking about, hey, the next patient we get in, this is how I want our Invisalign exam to go, or our new patient exam, whatever it may be. You do social media activities together. You make time to do things that are going to grow your organization and do things that your competition would never do because, again, only the top 1% think this way. The 99% go, I don't see it. We don't need that. That's what the 99% think. Does it mean you can't be successful again? No, of course not. You can be successful. However, you will lose millions over the course of your career that you could have put in your pocket by not doing it. You have to have an operational success meeting. It's so important. Your people are your greatest asset or your worst enemy.